Okay, hi everybody.
We're live, yay! Bit late today, but whatever. Okay, cool. What are we talking about today?
We can talk about the little update we just made to our homepage.
Sure.
Um,
Add to stage. Here we are.
So we've
cool.
got a little banner. We've got a little banner we can easily kind of add there. Recently, it was about the phishing attempt against Leanpub authors that we wanted people to know about, but now it's about something more positive.
I do not. Just closing the loop on that. I do not send anybody WhatsApp messages, and all emails from Leanpub come from @leanpub.com or @rubos.com. Friendly announcement. Okay, but for the fun stuff, so go ahead.
Yeah, so we just made an update about our newsletter. We're going to be adding. We've got the Lean Publishing Daily newsletter, which you can sign up for on Leanpub. We've just put a sign up link on our homepage to it. There'll be a confirmation step that you'll have to go through, of course. But once you're on it, 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, you'll get this Lean Publishing Daily email, which has interesting deals and a coupon page, sort of links to recent Leanpub launch and podcast videos, so you can learn about new authors and new books and things like that. But we're also going to be adding at the top a kind of like tips for authors and readers, kind of Leanpub tips kind of section. So every day you'll get a little insight into Leanpub. Leanpub is there's a lot of features on Leanpub. There's a lot that you can do if you're a reader or an author. For example, we have lots of interesting things you can do. For example, there's a form if you're a reader and you want to contact an author about something. There's actually a way to do that. Just very interesting. Authors love hearing from readers about feedback about their books and things like that. It might be why haven't you created a sample book? And as a Leanpub author, you might be like, oh, I didn't know I could create sample books. We had someone I'm just bringing that up because someone contacted us the other day saying, is there a sample book?
This has to be the most sort of self-hating podcast episode video we've ever done. Leanpub, we have all these amazing new features. This is why we suck. It's amazing. We have a lot of stuff on Leanpub, and we're working to make Leanpub better, and we're working to make
all I meant was everything
easier.
It would take a long time to discover everything yourself. This is a way of us surfacing something to you that we know about because we built it and we think will be useful to you either as a Leanpub author or a Leanpub reader.
Yeah, so we're going to put it at the top, and sometime eventually we'll probably end up cross-posting some of these stuff at other places. But yeah, so if you're not on our newsletters, speaking of self-hating, go to our homepage. We used to have it. It used to be really hard to find how do you subscribe. We used to and then we did things like putting helpful links whenever you made a purchase. We do that still, but now it's like right on our homepage. Just click this little link here, and then you'll go to this really attractive form where you can put your email and your name and whatever this nonsense is, and fill it out. See if we can get rid of that somehow.
Yeah,
I don't think we can.
One of the things about a daily tip too is that one of our book marketing advice tips for authors is if you take 15 minutes a day to promote your book or your course, you've done something, and you'll feel good about it, and you'll feel good about yourself, and you'll help increase your sales and reach your audience. And so if your spur to action is what's the tip that Leanpub had in the newsletter today? It's create a coupon campaign. Do something else. That's kind of one way you could use it to kind of prompt yourself. Oh, right. Now's when I saw this email newsletter. Now's when I'm going to spend my 15 minutes promoting my stuff.
Mm-hmm. And if you want to promote your stuff more, obviously we have launch videos, we have podcasts, and out of the podcast and launch videos, we make these shorts, and sometimes shorts get, if you think 475 views, it's like, if that was in person, if you had a room with 475 people in it and you were talking about something, you'd be like, wow, I did this amazing thing, right? Online, everything is million views here, 990,000 views here, that we sometimes take for granted, if you can get 814 people to hear you talk about something, that's a good thing, right? So,
and we produce, by the way, Max, if you're out there, I'll be emailing you with links about your podcast. We just published it yesterday on YouTube. Our latest podcast, you can see the shorts there. Were a really good interview with Max Guernsey, who's the co-author of a book called Ready. We produce not only the full podcast video, but we make shorts from it, stuff like that for YouTube and elsewhere. If you're interested in how do you want to be on, like, on our podcast, or if you want to have a launch video, one way to get a launch video done is to launch a book, or launch it. You can actually apply to do a launch video just for a new version of your book too. That's one of the great things about the lean publishing process, is that when you launch a new version of your book, it's an opportunity to make an announcement. And you can apply by going to leanpub.com/launch. I'm doing one in 49 minutes with Leanpub author named Johanna Rothman about her latest book, Effective Public Speaking. And then I've got another one today, like, in a few hours. I like doing them. One of the best things about, like, being a co-founder of Leanpub is I get to talk to interesting authors from all around the world, basically every day. And so if you have a Leanpub book and you either just published it for the first time, or you've published a new version and you sent out an email to all the people who've bought your book before, saying, with release notes saying new version, you can go to leanpub.com/launch and you can just fill out a form and apply for, time for us to, do a call and record it. And then we'll produce the launch video. We'll publish it on YouTube and elsewhere, and you typically make shorts from it as well. And so we're trying to help you as an author reach more people. And if you're a Leanpub reader, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's the best way to find out about new books and authors, and
our daily newsletter.
And our daily newsletter. But it's the best way to spend some time in your day, just like listening to smart people talk to me.
Cool. Okay. Speaking of our daily newsletter, here we are again with Ready. So coupon link to this. So if you haven't bought it already, now you can for a really low price. And
I would recommend watching the podcast with Romano that the launch video is there for. That's the launch video for his book. So Romano's written a very interesting, very in-depth book about how AI may be used to kind of transform how companies work. And it's a lot deeper than, we might have to change our workforce. It's a lot deeper than that. And Romano's like a very forward-thinking person on this, with a lot of experience in kind of, this field of like corporate management and, enterprise design kind of stuff. It's very interesting. I had a conversation that'll be coming out next week with Ed Abramowitz, who's a Leanpub author, he's a consultant for like big time, like multi-billion-dollar projects, like, offshore floating gas platforms and stuff like that. And he's written a book about how, like, AI, like, for CEOs, basically, like, you guys need to be paying attention to how this is going to AI is going to be fundamentally changing. Like, in his case, one thing he's saying is, like, projects that might have engineering phases of big project management that might have taken literally years are going to be done in months. And this is because AI is changing the way people work. It's changing specifically. One really interesting thing he talked about was, if you've ever worked on like a big multi-billion-dollar project, my version of that in my life was like mergers and acquisitions kind of stuff. There's very complex, a million things come up, a million things have to be addressed. Everybody's really smart, but the way it works in the end, and this is true for engineering projects too, groups of smart people come together to solve a problem. They leave behind them some spreadsheets and some documents and some emails, and then they all go away and they work on other things, maybe on the same project. What that leaves behind is no coherent memory of what they did. But if they've got an AI with them, and this is how it works at Tesla, by the way, like, there's an AI kind of companion, then if someone wants to address that same problem in the future, they can go to that AI companion's kind of record of all that work that was done, the queries that people made, the information they gathered, the solutions they arrived at, how they arrived at them. And that means that you can actually systematically improve and replicate those kind of processes. So it's like a very cool thing that's happening right now that's changing the way big projects of all kinds are done. And again, it's sort of hard to convey how kind of revolutionary that is, because it seems so kind of like kind of banal almost. There's a memory of what we did, a coherent space. But like if people can it's not just that they can replicate past processes and improve them, it's that they know that that's part of what their job is now. It's like,
well, also just knowing what happened. Like if you think about the amount of effort that is wasted in the world just establishing a shared context for what the fuck happened and why are we all sitting here talking about whatever we're sitting about, like sorry, whatever we're talking about.
Yeah,
you know, but I can go on about that, but I won't.
Well,
but yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, just but like this is actually a key thing for kind of enterprise management and teamwork, right? Like one of the biggest, in my view, kind of mistakes people make is they don't when they want something done. Managers make when they want something done is they don't show a precedent. So I remember one time I had a kind of boss who was like, "Len, write me a speech. I'm giving a talk at a conference," and it's like, well, I mean, the possibilities are endless, right? If he'd shown me, and here's the kind of speech I want. Oh, okay, now I'll write you an awesome speech, and it'll be what you want. But it's like that operates at the level of like, we need a presentation to our investors tomorrow on this new opportunity. If you don't have a precedent, it's chaos. If you do have a precedent, it's amazing. Anyway, this is a kind of hyped up version of that.
Well, it's funny when you talk like that, because it's like, if you think about what we do with AIs and context windows and prompting, it's like so much of management, like if you try to manage well and you try to prompt well, the things that you do are very similar. And of course they are. Of course they are, right? And it's funny because it's like, I've never been concerned about like, oh, AI is going to take away all the jobs, because it's like, I know how hard it is to get things done, period. And then if you think, oh, okay, great, well, now we have AI, it's like, not like, you're not going to have the magic wand of like, here, AI, accomplish everything. It's like, now you have another employee or a set of employees, but every employee gets one of those, or a handful, as many as they need, right? And then it's like, okay, it means you just get more done, right?
Yeah.
It's like the business, like the business has its revenue and its costs, and you can within, like, if you're smart as an entrepreneur, you should take your revenue and invest it in the business, right? Like, and it means now that you can get so much done with AI, blah blah blah.
One way to look at it is like, unless you're in a kind of like, well, basically, if you've got AI now and your first thought is I should fire people,
yeah, you're an idiot.
You don't understand what's going on, and what your competitors are going to be doing.
Your first thought should be, I need to read this book.
Well,
and learn about how
and take the AI masterclass.
Yes, exactly. We should actually highlight that again. If your first thought about that, your first thought should be, hey, I want to go take the Leanpub AI masterclass, and then you'll have all kinds of really good thoughts, or your money back. Literally, we've talked about this in this live stream before. It's one of the things that I keep remembering, but it's just so hard to do, which is that just because you've said something a bunch of times doesn't mean you need to keep saying it, right? Like the whole, like, people need to be reminded, not told or taught. And so, like, if you've been here before and watched our live streams religiously, like I know you all do, then you've heard us talk about our AI masterclass. But if you haven't, you might want to check out this AI masterclass, which has 3 amazing courses, each of which was created from an amazing Leanpub book. But the great thing about this masterclass with these courses is it keeps you focused. It keeps you making forward progress. You can do it at work, which is a good thing to do. Instead of just telling your boss, hey, I want to go read a book. They'll be like, that's what weekends are for, right? It's like, hey, I'm doing a course. That's something you can do at your desk, and they'll be like, what are we doing? I'm doing a course. Great, wonderful. Look at you being all motivated. So our AI masterclass is an amazing, amazing thing. If you're at a company and you're like, hey, I've got this corporate credit card and it's almost the end of September. Oh my God, I have not spent my training budget for the year. What could I possibly do with 349 US dollars?
Hmm.
Well, you should buy this course. And if you're like, what can I do with 3,490 US dollars? Buy 10 of these for your employees. So yeah, go ahead, Len.
Well, definitely. I mean, yeah, like it's if you want to deeply understand this new technology and how it's changing our world, but like not just like not as it were just like the latest kind of prompt engineering kind of ideas or white papers and stuff. This is like fundamental insights. I mean, Andre's book. Andre's got a PhD in artificial intelligence. Like, he's explaining how LLMs work. If you want to understand how to use them, you have to understand better than other people. You have to understand how they work. So Andre's course is sort of like in a sense the foundation of the masterclass. Then Opie's book is like, if you want to see how like AI is going to be used in the software side of your business, and your business might be entirely software side, but how forward thinking, like kind of very brilliant programmers with lots of experience are going to be experimenting with things and creating new patterns of software development, then like this is just an amazing book that's ahead of its time, even in a time when things are moving so fast. And then Henrik's book, Generative AI in a Nutshell, course is one of those things that like it's kind of like it's Henrik's course is very lighthearted. It's based on a YouTube video, a very great YouTube video that he made that got like over 2 million views and things like that. But it's like Henrik is showing you how like AI is gonna change your day-to-day life. And it's actually like very insightful. And I should add also, if you get the masterclass, the courses now have hours of lighthearted but kind of like in-depth interview videos with the authors about
So think about it.
that they write about.
Think about it. It's really kind of amazing if you think about it. It's like Henrik did a YouTube video series, like did a YouTube viral video that led to him writing a book, that led to us doing this course with him. And the course led to more video, right? So 3 hours of video. So it's like if you think about the sort of value chain or whatever, like the sort of circle of life, if you will, for like an idea. Like an idea can start like you have an idea. Maybe you tweet the idea. Maybe you make a short video about the idea. If the idea has oomph behind it, if there's actual like meat there that you want to like flesh out, what do? Well, the best way to take an idea and explore all its, all the ins and outs of it is write a book. And so these 3 courses here all started as books. And that's amazing because it means there's meat and potato. Like it's serious. Like these were books, right? This isn't just like, I want to cash in and make a course and it's really like sort of high level, like no, there's nothing to it. There's no substance. These courses all started as books. There's substance in them. And then you take these books, turn them into courses, add hours of video of Len interviewing the author, and to make sure like you understand like why is this important, why should I learn this, et cetera, right? And then you have this sort of layered on video interview, like sort of masterclass on top of all the book knowledge, on top of the exercises and quizzes that come with it. It's really quite amazing when you think about it. And that Leanpub enables all this. And finally, if you're still here, if you're a Leanpub author, what you want to do to get all this is go to Global Author, right? And if you think about what do we do with Global Author, we make, I'm not signed in, so I can't show you what we make, which is really funny. Hold on a second. We'll do the remove Peter from the stage and add to the stage again nonsense. 1 second. Sign in. Sign in. Add to stage. Nope, not that one. Add to stage. Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on. Why is it? Oh, I know what to do.
As live demo.
There we are.
That's why anyone who's ever done it knows how it goes.
Live demo of Peter learning how to use StreamYard. I'm going to. I know what to do. I'll stop this screen, and then it'll give me the option. Share screen. Ta-da! Window. And it will be this one here. And here I am. And then I go global author, and you should see it now once it loads. And so, yeah, global author max.
We're still not,
still
not seeing it.
Oh, haha. Now you are.
Okay.
So you think about, speaking of Henrik, so Henrik actually gave a Henrik, like the author of, Generative AI in a nutshell, gave a testimony about how amazing global author is. Global author max is like, I just want to tell you about how amazing global author max is and what we do. So the first thing is global author max includes course AI max. Course AI max is where we use AI to go into your book. We make a course out of the book, right? And besides using AI to make the course out of the book, we also have Len do these video interviews, right? Focused on why is it important, it's an introduction, et cetera, et cetera. And basically the great thing about these videos is they're evergreen. Like updating video content sucks, right? You basically have to re-record it. But talking about why the material is important, that's evergreen. So you can update later on. You can update your book, update your course, and the videos will still be relevant. And since the videos are exclusive, you can use them to justify charging a higher price for the thing. Because, hey, look, we have these amazing courses based on these amazing books, and they have hours of exclusive video. And so that's Course AI Max. And then you say, okay, fine, but that's $34.99. What's Global Author Max? The answer is, well, it's $59.99. So it's like, wow, that's expensive, Peter. And it's like, yeah, what do you get? Well, for $2,500, we put your book on Amazon, we translate it into 31 languages, and we make an index using Index AI. We make alt text for accessibility, and we make sure your book passes Ace by Daisy, like the accessibility checker. And then we translate it, all that stuff, the index and the alt text and the book, into all the 31 languages that Translate AI translates into, and we throw in a shelf spot. So, like, adding it all up, it's like almost $10,000 of value for $59.99. And so basically, like, published on Amazon is like a thing that's $24.99 because it's a pain in the ass and we do all the annoying stuff for you. And Course AI Max is $34.99. And so if those things are worth it for you, then basically it's $1 more and you get Global Author Max. So if you're interested in Global Author Max, just go to Leanpub, go to Global Author Updated, scroll down, click on Global Author Max, pick your book, add to cart. Pick your book is up here, and then add to cart. And if you're a Leanpub author who's sold tons and tons of books and is like, hey, Peter, I've sold tons of books. You know who I am. Email me, peter@leanpub.com. Be like, hey, Peter, I'm interested in Global Author Max, and I'll email you something. Anyway, we've been going on long enough, and people are pinging me. We should probably end the stream soon. Anything else from you?
Nope, that's it. But yeah, for anyone watching, you can go to our homepage and you can sign up for our Leanpub daily newsletter, where we're going to be not only offering you kind of, introductions to authors and, through launch and podcast videos, but also daily deals and discounts and stuff like that. We're also going to be adding a Leanpub daily kind of tip that will be relevant both to authors and to readers.
Awesome. Anyway, thanks again, guys, and see you next week.
Okay.